Would drink almost anything about now.
Well, top of the morning to you. Let's have some water. So, got my house a little bit in order here. I decided to get some wood chopped up, some sticks gathered up. I'm gonna kind of hustle some stuff around the inventory here. I've got 3 kilograms. I don't know, just go with transfer all, and if I want some back out. So now I've got 40 pieces of cloth up here. Now my clothing itself, antibiotics, so that's 18 sets of antibiotics. A lot of matches. Yeah, the spare can go in here with the others. Again, happy to have it, that extra whetstone. I do have to do some sharpening. So there were some things I wanted to do, had to get done. But now that I'm up here, the main reason I went for my long walk, sure do have a lot of matches. I think I'll remake that arrow. Lots of matches. Let's try giving her a fix. My repairing skill is bad. It doesn't fail very often, but it'll still fail. The reason I did that is I'm guessing the 5 or 6 cans I'm going to find in the world out here. Well, that's nice. Back to 66%. And this will be my Timberwolf Mountain hacksaw, and I've got another hacksaw that can stay below. 6% break you down. So I spent an evening. I went up the that time I spent outside there at the base before at the prepper's cache. That time was enough to stop the cabin fever, and then I went out to the hut there and boiled in a bunch of water and spent some time chopping down fur outside on my first day back. And look at that, 89% cured. Jeepers. Okay, Mr. Windy. Let's see, clothing. They're still in great shape. They're in decent shape. Yeah, we could probably use soon on the boots. I mean, 25 degrees is still my temperature thing here. Alright. Ragged sweatshirt. We're going to drop that. And the extra toque. Okay. Grab a couple of pieces of cloth. For some quick mending here while I wait for the weather to figure out what it wants to do. Keeping an extra pair of socks on hand, or not necessarily in my possession, but you know, in my bases. Extra pair of socks and an extra hat. These, now what I'll do is I'll wear that one and then put the one that says 79% in storage. So In you go, and you can go as well. So I do have some good extra and irreplaceable pieces of clothing. Yeah, why not? Just keeping it in good shape because it will degrade over time, even in storage, right? I mean, it's been a while, and that shirt and that jacket in Pleasant Valley haven't disintegrated. That also goes to show Pleasant Valley there that just because that vest is upstairs in that office doesn't mean you can't find that ski jacket in that place. So 90%. What do we do to pass time? Besides work on our steady diet of constant moose meat. Oh, one thing I can do. I didn't do this when I immediately returned because I was freezing. Jeez, that moose really made living really kind of simple for this guy. All he has to do is wait until it's sunny. Pick up some sticks, and then he, like, I don't really need more rabbit meat, but it keeps you busy in the later game. Stuff like checking your, I guess I could just use the radial menu for that. You know, it just kind of keeps you busy. There we go. More of a slightly better vantage point. Actually, yeah, this way if they're over here, yeah, see them a little easier from the hill. I don't have to go quite as far. Yeah, it just gives you something to do. Now, okay, you know what? It's not a bad day for a walk. So I'm not prepared for a long walk. I do have the ability, though, to take a little tour up here and see what's up top on this side. Because on this little wraparound, of course, you've got the little half cave, which is actually a really nice place to stop in, start a fire, kind of hang out. I think there's a giant limb that's kind of laying half in, half out, and you get like 4 or 5 pieces of fur off of it, which is some good burning material. That's what the hatchet's really good for. Is the oversized limbs, because the hacksaw can't cut down the really big ones. So is this fir or is this cedar? Can't remember. You know, it's a giant limb. Cedar. But yeah, see, it's 5, and only the hatchet works on the big guys like that. That's a real bonus, you know, getting that wood. And then up here is a spot where fur, and if you're playing on Stalker, sometimes a corpse with a gun is up here, or at least a corpse anyway. Pretty sure sometimes he has a gun.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
Well, there you have it. We're getting cold now. Sure, you guys have seen this before, but I'm sheltered from the wind, and if I set up a fire right here, I just need to get warm enough to hack up a limb, then I can throw it, and I just need the weather Come on, guy. I'm not talking to the guy. I'm talking to the weather guy. Just need the weather to... Yeah.
Just want to lay down for a bit.
I just want to get a little bit of heat so that I can make a... Have a good... Nice. Fire starting 4. Look out. We're setting everything on fire. Come on, you can do it. Ah, 7 degrees. So it feels like -2. So. Oh, and he's out of... No. That away. He is out of... lantern fuel at the moment. Looks like this area is pretty dry on the old stick falls. I used it, and now I'm... Because once you are cold, of course, there is no... You're going to take damage. So, it's best if you can kind of slow it down. What to do? Don't want to waste the fire. I don't want to really freeze to death either. Made it. Well, that is great. Now he's going to warm up while he hacks this one down. In theory. Oh. Okay.
Too heavy.
It's kind of a pain to hang out outside in this weather, knowing full well the wind's gonna shift on me, you know. But that cabin fever wants to come for a visit, you know. And I'm not afraid of it, but I don't really like dealing with it either. But now I've got some more wood that I can take down to my little fishing hut there. So yeah, this high wind thing. Anyway, I'm just gonna head on back to the shack here. It'll be a kind of a slow walk because I got a lot of wood and a lot of water. So I'll see you in the morning when we're in the mountaineer's hut doing the Doing breakfast, I guess. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. Alright, I've survived 91 days. Oh, indeed. 91 days survived. So, that's 7 days away from beating my, or at least tying my record with a male survivor. 97% cured. I mean, what more can I ask for? How long is it going to take for me to make a moose satchel? 10 hours. 10 hours. I am stunned. I have nothing to say, really. 10 hours. That's all it's going to cost me. 10 hours. Alright, well, checking in on my skills here. Archery's, slowly going up. I haven't used my bow. Didn't use it once in all of Pleasant Valley. So, it's not going to go up unless I build another arrow or two. Mending. I'm keeping my stuff in good shape, and it's still slowly going up. I would like to find another sewing primer. That would help kind of jumpstart that. Ice fishing. I don't know. I think I have... how much do I have? Am I done this book? Oh, I am done the ice fishing book. Yes, I read the ice fishing book in the ice fishing hut. One thing I do not have is lantern fuel in my lantern. So let's fix that up. Now I do sort of want to go fishing for the lantern fuel, not really for the fish. I gotta clean up some, I made extra water over there when I was cleaning up those logs. Clear the hatch of the sticks at least. Make it look like I care about, my neat appearances. Like, what if company comes over, right? They'll think, wow, a moose hide rug. They'll probably walk in. Is that a bear hide? It's like, no, I'm wearing the bear hides. That's what I'll say. See, he's going stir crazy. He's been out here too long alone. Did we get him all from the edge here? We probably did. I was thinking, for something to do, and also for really, it's good for you, to get on up here and get to the cave up top. That's what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do with my moose hide satchel is I'm going to climb the rope that's right in front of me there, go across to where I normally come down the mountain, go up over by there's a plane engine over there and the cave. And you go to the cave, and inside the cave, of course, is coal. And that is another splendid way and a good thing for me to do pretty early. But it's a great way to extend your stay comfortably at the Mountaineer's Hut and at the fishing shack. Now, during my night here, where I first stayed, and then started chopping wood and stuff, and got things kind of.
My fingers feel numb.
Tried to get my house a little bit in order. My first night, it blizzarded really hard. Very, very harsh blizzard. And not only did it blizzard, but it blizzarded. The storm came at the worst possible time.
Freezing.
Yes. But it came at the worst possible time. It was the coldest part of the night. And was a very severe storm. Yeah. We'll take all of them. But yeah, this severe storm came at the coldest part of the evening, and I was able to... Hey, look, an arrow! I was able to... thank you. Able to get into bed and go to sleep, and I wasn't... At no point was I in danger, so... Alright, well, let's get some wood. Drop all of those. And drop all of those. So yeah, that way I can get some coal on the go out here for my fishing hut. Might as well grab some of these, and then there's cattails all the way up. Okay, so I have kind of been over onto this side, because once the wolf's not here, you've got a few days to come on over. And there's plenty of sticks up over here. Cattails. It's a nice place. No wonder he hangs out over here. You know, it's a nice, nice spot. We'll just turn back now. Grab what we can and get back into where I can warm them up. So, generally on my day-to-day living, you know, the real boring domestic stuff. Generally on that kind of stuff. You know, I've got all the food, I've got everything I need. Of course, I'm going to run out of food. I'm going to run out of water. Not anytime soon, but it's going to happen. And so, of course, I like to try, if I'm, you know, hunkered down like this. I wanted to leave, of course, but now I've got all this food here, and I don't want it to go bad. That would just be way too wasteful in this situation. Can we reach it from inside? Oh yes, perfect. There we go. Eat a couple of pieces of moose meat. I'll use the hatchet because I'm not really in a hurry. The knife actually goes much faster. Now we can use the toolbox, but I want to keep the toolbox for things like fixing my other stuff. Alright, so that would be a good thing to actually just leave here. Go. So I'm going to fix up my mittens and read a bit while I wait for this blizzard to pass, and I'll see you after that, because I think it'll be time to make a moose hide satchel. So, alright, we'll see you in a couple minutes. Again. Oh, there's some more snowfall sound. Well, the blizzard's over, but well, it's not too incredibly cold out. The night is just starting. Now, what I would normally do in a situation like this Just pick up some sticks. Kind of hang out outside until wander around looking for things like sticks. Maybe even break down a couple of branches. Yeah, a lot of people are like, yeah, it's not really worth the calories. It's like, well, it's 10 minutes banked outside. You know? And that cabin fever is... just that obstacle I don't want to work around. Kind of like parasites. And there we go. Spent probably, according to the game, about half an hour outside. Now he's headed in for some sleep. We got to run his sprint meter down a little bit. Guess what's for breakfast? Okay. And then tomorrow morning, we make a
someplace to escape this cold.
moose satchel. Well, okay, so in about, you should, yeah, about 9 hours you should be good for, to start that moose hide satchel. Probably only get to sleep for maybe 7 hours. Oh, an Aurora. I'll sleep right through that. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Yes. I have a few cured gut to work with as well.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Huh, it's 30 hours for that. Wait. Take a drink. Okay. See if we can get away with... Ooh, a sewing kit. I wonder if that'll make it go faster. Nice. I got to catch 3 hours. Oh, it doesn't. But I bet you the using the fishing tackle will make it go a lot slower. Alright. Now, if this doesn't give me the start of cabin fever, I'll probably burn out this sewing kit before I get to my 5-hour mark. Yep. Alright. Oh, it is not in here. There we go. Raid ya. Okay. Oh, and I should have taken another drink. A little bit dehydrated by the end of that.
Food.
Well, let's get you some food. But first, let's put that on. Well, now I have all the goods. Literally all the goods. I am completely set up. I'm in really good shape. So I need to I wonder, do I have deer hide in here? Yes, I do. So I'm covered for hide for a little bit. I've got enough gut to get by, I think, and some food. So I wonder when they're coming back. Well, Now I'm kind of wondering what I do with the rest of my day. And I think I go for a walk. Now, how adventurous do I want to get on my walk here? One moment. One thing I do want to accomplish here is to start setting up some emergency food. There we go. So, in between, let's say my moose meat runs out and I'm forced to fish, and I have a bad day of fishing. Well, you know, it's good to be able to eat a couple of cattails that you didn't eat while you were out stomping about. So I like to keep 20 in there. So how cold is it? You know, two downward arrows. Let's go for it. Now you can go up the stream to pretty much the exact same area, or I'm going to show you the other way you can go. I might come down the stream just for fun, because there's a whole world up there. Like, you can get up on top of that ledge and everything. I like this map a lot, because you don't think you can get, you don't think I mean, because of all the high hills and stuff, the map itself is actually pretty big. But then the amount of area you can walk around in is actually a lot of, just fairly large playable area. What was going on there? Well, it was very nice to be reunited with my arrow. I thought it got eaten by the ground for sure. So, this goes to show, even when, you know, days pass, it's still out there blowing around in the wind. Oh, not only the bad ankle's gonna slow you down, you scared the living daylights out of me, dude. Why can't you say, like, whoopsie or something before you wipe out? See, now I can't climb the rope unless I take painkillers. Yes. Can't imagine a sprained ankle in these conditions would feel good at all. Yeah. We are on the same page. Like, as usual. I mean, the guy is just got some serious intuition. Okay, so there's a fur limb over here. I like to... Is it one of the... I don't think it's one of the big ones. Oh, it is one of the big ones. These are the ones I'm talking about. 4 pieces of fur. That's a lot of... It's a lot of fire time. Alright, well... Yeah. I don't know if the weather's going to be overly nice to me. Take a breather. He is getting tired. He's at the halfway point. But look at my new moose satchel. Oh, and I picked up... Oh, it's slowly going down. My weight tolerance, because he is done. Okay. It's cooling off as well, so let's get up this last little bit here. The last thing I want to do when I get up here is to mess around with the wolf. He's usually up over there. Rarely does he come down and hang out with these rabbits. But there's rabbits down here. So that means they can get pulled in. Yes, sir. Quite the climb, I would say. And I'm at the point where I should start, not like right this moment, but I should start really considering these guys. Start picking them. And then just carry one or two with you. And usually one is good. Because, you know, you get your little benefit from the, oh yeah, this is the way I'm going to the cave up top here. This is one of the routes you can take. So you notice, up here just to my right there, there's the snow slope that I love so dearly. Gets me down a gigantic portion of Timberwolf. And then, of course, then this thing gets me down the rest of it, right? So... I think the sound of the plane groaning in the wind actually carries all the way down here.
If I don't rest soon, I'm gonna faint.
Well, it is your lucky day, sir. Because you are going to rest soon. See, I'm out on a load on a fuel run anyway, so I might as well pick up as many sticks as I can find. Because the chances of me coming up this way to just harvest some sticks, pretty slim. Alright, let's get Captain Freezy Pants inside here. So you come up here. Now there's a rope tie off over there. And if you look down here, it's the stream. And the stream, of course, is that a rope tie off? I think it is. Yeah, right over there. Right. Yeah, there's a rope tie off here. So I could have brought a rope with me and put it on that particular one, but it, sort of, you just kind of skip going around an area. It's not that difficult. This is a great place for a fire and a little camp out. Because you can actually put your fire in the corner. Or at least I did. Fire in the corner, kind of wedge the bedroll in there beside it. But yeah, so after the engine, of course, there's this opening. The engine is in. Now on lesser difficulty, like Stalker, Voyager, there are a couple of containers. There's one here, and then there's one up top over there. And then you can climb around, and there's landways and then there's ropeways to get kind of up to where you need to go. Beautiful way to spend the day, I think, is out collecting sticks, some mushrooms. All of this he did on a full stomach. So now you're in a transition style cave. Kind of important that I brought this. The idea is now is to walk through here, pick up as much coal, and then if I do it as early as possible, And I don't think you get a lot of coal out of these. But you pick as much coal as you can earlier in the game. And then that way, there's time for it to come back. So I think down here there's a couple of pieces. Like, there isn't much for coal mining on Timberwolf, really. Yeah, so I'm going to leave her off here. Leave this episode did accomplish some pretty good stuff, sort of. You know, a lot of domestic living. Like, you know, there's certain points in the day where I will
my energy is just disappearing.
Yes, I know. I made you run up a mountain. That's pretty much why. But a lot of my stuff will be, you know, domestic. A lot of stick gathering during the day, and then towards the evening, chopping up limbs as it's warm, or as warm as it gets. And then, that's it pretty much. You'll do that until it is time to go. Might go into, might have to jet over to the one clearing there and kill some deer and some wolves. The area where the wing is. Holy cow. I did not know this guy was in here. Oh, look at that. He's got reading material too. It's a book that I can actually
That'll
use.
come in handy.
Yes, it will. Huh. Torch, that's could come actually really in handy, because I didn't have a lot of lantern fuel to begin with. Normally I would. I just haven't really been doing any fishing. Alright, so then what did I get there for that run? Oh, that's what I want. 5 pieces of coal. And that's a good addition to my wood pile. And over time, those pieces of coal will come back. So I'm going to leave this off here when we go back down the stream. And show you an alternate way to get home, basically. There we go. Yeah, we'll see what's here. Unless I've already walked here. No, I don't believe I have, or else I probably would have picked that up. Yeah, so we'll see you next time when I go and basically just go home with my coal. Just take my coal back with me and make her back to the spot. And we could see what's on the other side of this cave. I think it's not helpful to get to the summit to go through there, but anyhow, either way, Lantern's about to die, so we'll see you next time. All right.